to that top story, and that's the story happening in Westbury at the moment. Community members there are expected to march after a woman was killed and a child was wounded in a shooting yesterday afternoon. Now, roads leading in and out of the area are already closed this morning. It's believed that the two were caught in the crossfire of gang violence. They say they're tired of police and government failing to deliver on promises to safeguard the area. Our reporter Silindelo Masikane has just arrived on the scene. Slee, a very good morning to you. What is happening there this morning? What are you seeing?
All right, the community here in Westbury, Uveka, have shut down the area. They started this shutdown at around 5:30 this morning, and this, of course, follows that shooting yesterday where a woman was killed here in Westbury. The community says they have had enough. They're saying that the police are not doing their jobs. They are not keeping this community safe, even after several engagements with law enforcement around the issue of gangsterism and how the community is caught in the crossfire. Now, I'm going to move out of shot just to show you exactly what we're seeing here. As you can see, the community has gathered on the street. They started burning tires at around 5:45 this morning. They have blocked off the main road. This is Fuel Road. Now, Fuel Road is the main road which divides Westbury as well as Coronationville. Coronationville falls on the other side where Rahima Moosa Mother and Child Hospital is based. As you can hear, the community singing "Genoeg is genoeg." In fact, when I got here this morning, the community was asking me whether I bought a bulletproof vest. They're saying that is how violent this area is in particular. Now, I'm just going to ask one of the community leaders, Carol, to come and join me for a crossing. As you can see, she is busy engaging the community. She is coordinating. She is one of the community leaders. Carol, just tell me, what are some of the issues the community of Westbury and Coronationville are facing?
You know what? Over the past 3 years, I think there's no peace here in Westbury. We had how many public meetings? We called in the MEC as well. We had how many marches? We had how many prayer walks? But the shooting just continues. So today, we just said enough is enough. Yesterday, a woman and a child were shot. So when you touch a woman, you touch the nation. So tomorrow, it could have been me, or it could have been my grandmother or something. So the community is tired. We are taking the streets and we are going to burn the whole day. We are waiting for people to come out and to come and give us answers because we had how many public meetings and they don't listen to the community. So we are tired. This is just a start, but we're going to burn the whole day today.
So just tell me exactly what happened, as you understand, following the shooting yesterday. What happened? What does the community understand around that incident?
You know, when you're in the community, people are scared to talk. So honestly speaking, we really don't know, but we know she was shot yesterday. And we don't know who shot her, but when you saw that lady's body yesterday, all of us, we were in tears. Then we say enough is enough. But what happened yesterday is we don't know what happened yesterday.
What has the engagement been with law enforcement? I also understand, of course, that they were here last night.
Yes, we have a lot of police in the community. But you know, the people that are shooting here, they don't respect the police. So we had enough. We really had enough. We want the people in government to come out. We want the army in the community. I hear somebody said yesterday on Facebook, it's impossible to bring the army in because, I don't know, they don't have the tools to come in our community. So we're all going to die here in the community if we don't stand up.
Do you think the police are afraid of the gangs as well?
You know, when the police come in our community people are scared. Police can't just go out and arrest people. If the community say this is a person, then the police must arrest. But I don't think the police is scared. Yeah, sometimes, yes, they are scared. Because when the gang fightings are going on here, then it's terrible.
Thank you, Carol. As you've heard, the community will be shutting down this area for the rest of today. We did see some law enforcement officials in the area. We understand that last night, around 300 police officers were deployed to the area in order to monitor the situation. And of course, as you can see, this area has been shut down, Uveka, and will remain shut down until the community gets answers as to what law enforcement is going to do about the issue of gangsterism.
Well, Slee, you just got to the scene just a short while ago. Just give us some idea, just for clarity, it's an absolute no-go area. You cannot from now get in or out of Westbury, or just this particular part of Westbury?
At this stage, they've blocked off the main road, so I would advise motorists to avoid this area and probably take alternative routes. They've blocked off Fuel Road, and this is the main road which separates Coronationville as well as Westbury. So a lot of the cars have been turned around. The community is calling on everyone in this area to join their protest, and at this stage, it hasn't become violent. I know the scenes look rather terrifying at this stage, but the community has just blocked off the roads. They are burning tires, and they are basically voicing their frustrations around the issue of violence and gangsterism in their area.
Now, we understand over 300 Metro Police officers were sent to Westbury late last night. What are you seeing in terms of police presence now? Because I can't see anybody in the pictures behind you.
Yes. Well, this morning I did see a couple of police officers. In fact, we saw a Nyala just pass through a few minutes ago. So the police are aware of the situation here, but they are monitoring. There has been no intervention at this stage. The community hasn't become violent. I'm sure if the situation of blocking roads does become too much, where traffic is affected at a large scale, I think we will see some kind of intervention where the police will begin to remove this rubble from the road. But at this stage, the police have not come in to intervene, but they are monitoring the situation.
And just to give us an idea of who's in the crowd, who's among the protesters there, I mean, I'm seeing people of all ages there behind you, Slee. I mean, from the elderly, we're seeing middle-aged, and we've seen children there as well. So there has to be extra caution as well today in dealing with the situation and getting their message across.
Most certainly, Yuveka. As you can see, all people of different ages are here. We understand, of course, that the schools are closing today, if not closed yesterday. So that is why you're seeing so many young people in this crowd. Many of these people actually have also taken a day off work unpaid, saying that this issue is very important to them, and if they don't stand up as a community, then nobody is going to help them. And of course, as you can hear, they want the police, they want the army in this area, which are similar calls which we heard from communities in Cape Town earlier this week, where several areas in Cape Town were shut down over this issue of gangsterism. So it seems there is quite an uprising taking place across the country, where communities are saying genoeg is genoeg, enough is enough. They are taking back their streets, and they're saying that this communities and women and children being caught in the crossfire is unacceptable, and the police need to intervene, if not the army.
Yeah, and we saw things coming to a head there, where police had to use tear gas, water cannons, stun grenades, especially in Bonteheuwel. Now, we've seen the crowd move away, Sleezed, at the start of the march. Do you know where they're actually headed to from here?
Basically, they are now heading into various streets in Westbury and Coronationville, just calling on communities and people inside their homes to come out, join the protest, and to make this plight of theirs heard. Of course, many people are scared, as you heard from the community leader, that, people here really fear for their lives. But they're saying that today they're taking a stand and they're taking back their streets. So we're hoping at this stage that things won't get too violent. The crowd is going to move into various sections of Westbury just to call on the community to come out and join the protest. And I think we'll be seeing this for most of the day.
All right, well, we'll let you get going and probably be able to follow that crowd. For now, thanks very much, Silindelo Masikane. She's in Westbury this morning. As you saw, a march just taking off. Their residents say they're fed up of gang violence. The latest incident there have been several, but the latest yesterday, a 45-year-old woman was killed after being caught in the crossfire during a shootout, and a child, we understand, was also wounded in that incident. And just 2 months ago, a mother and son were killed not far from that area. And like Slee said, we saw similar scenes in parts of Cape Town earlier this week, where community members shut down some areas there. We saw things come to a head in Bonteheuwel, where police had to use things like tear gas, stun grenades and water cannons. So we'll keep a close eye on the situation here in Westbury and give you updates throughout the morning and throughout the day.